Hi, it's Jennifer with Salina Now. I'm here at the temple today on South Santa Fe in downtown Salina, and I just want to give you a little glimpse into our history and what it took to build this town, and a little bit of knowledge and tidbits about the people that made it what it is today. And I hope to do this for you about once a week, go to a different place in Salina and just give you a little bit about that history and maybe some things that you didn't know. So like I said, today I'm at the temple, and I will flip you around here and I'll start showing you the beautiful columns. And they go pretty much from floor to ceiling, as well as the windows. And the colors and the artwork in here are just absolutely beautiful. Right down to the marble slabs that are on the wall and holding the pillars up. And you can see the staircase is in the same mode, and we'll talk more about the staircases later. And even the doors are framed, and they're just absolutely beautiful. If you look, you can see that they're pears, or maybe apples, who knows. And the flooring is in that same art motif. And over here, you can see Santa Fe out the doors. And this is the elevator, or at least pieces of it, that used to take people up to the upper floors and back down again for nearly 100 years. And one thing that did need updated in this building was the elevators. And the temple, I believe, still currently has a fundraiser going on to make that happen. But they found an artist, Bob Peck, that came in and took pieces of the elevator and made it into an interactive art piece. And you can see that the door shuts just like it did when it was the elevator. And inside, you can see the hardware and the electrical components. My goodness, electrical components. And out here are the elevator buttons. And on the back, you can see the pull lever and some light switches. And on a good day, when Mary is here, because she knows what she's doing, this structure actually lights up. And this is the floor sign, where you can actually see what floor you are going to. It goes from the basement on up to the 7th floor with more switches. And also, to anybody driving by outside, you will see gargoyles at the top of the building. And this is one of those gargoyles. They line the roof, and they are currently wearing hats. And what those hats are, each gargoyle is sponsored by a business in town, and they get to pick the hat that goes on the gargoyle. So if you see a hat on a gargoyle, you know that that gargoyle is being sponsored by a local business. And the money goes to help the temple be what it is and everything that it can be. And here is an organ with foot pedals. I think it's so beautiful. And you can see the ceilings framed. And up here is masonry stained glass. The thing was built nearly 100 years ago. And the story goes that as they were building it, they got a few floors up and it caved in on itself. Nobody was hurt, or I should say nobody died. I think one person may have had a broken leg. We got in here just in time. I'll tell you about that clock. You could hear it chime. It's my understanding that a lot of work had to go into making that clock work again, but somebody is always here to make sure that it chimes on the hour and half hour, as you just heard. But the building, it caved in on itself, and I believe one construction worker had a broken leg, but nobody was killed. And all the rubble, the debris, had to be toted off, and I believe, rumor has it, that it is in the Smoky Hill River. And so curious minds are interested to know if that is true or not. Maybe we will find it when the river starts getting updated next year. Who knows? But now we are in my favorite room of the temple. And this is more of a gathering and meeting space for the room that we are going to go into next. But you'll see more of the artwork. And the checkered floor. And again, everything in this building is original for the most part. And this building is also on the National Historic Registration list. And down that hallway is where the elevators are and where that artwork came from. And in here, so the temple, they rent out every single space, nearly every single space in this building. And this room is used for weddings, ceremonies, banquets, and that type of thing. And these sheets, I'm going to try to, there, now you can see that better. You can see the drop sheets add a nice effect to it. And then the curtains, the sheets act like curtains, veils. And the acoustics in here, if you've ever been in here for a ceremony of any kind, they're absolutely beautiful. And here's the stage. And this room it's really rather big. It's rather large. Holds a good number of people. And if you are interested in renting a space, all you have to do is come see Mary. Just make sure it's on a day she's here. And there's one last place I want to take you, and that is to the kitchen. And like I said, the temple utilizes every single space in this building, and the kitchen is no exception. And this is the Innovation Kitchen. And what they do is they rent the kitchen and the equipment out to chefs to create their dishes. And it is for people who want to have a business but wouldn't have a place to do so otherwise. You can see some of the products available. Spices and cinnamon rolls. They look delicious. And we're going to walk in here and you can see the kitchen. And there are stairs everywhere in this corner and they all lead to someplace. Most of them are blocked off, but they all lead to someplace. And so here's the kitchen, and you'll see mixers, and there's ovens and stoves and refrigerators, and it's just a good place for chefs, like I said, who wouldn't have an area to do so otherwise. And another thing that the temple does is they proudly support veterans. And anytime you're in here, you're more than likely to run into a vet. And right now, there's actually one cleaning the floors. I believe his name is Jim. He's a really nice guy. And he can tell you so much about this building as well. So, that is the first floor of the temple. And next week, I don't know where I'll take you. I might take you to another building. I might come back here and take you up to the second floor. But until then, have a wonderful day and enjoy the beautiful weather. We will see you again. Bye.